Hey, God bless you, my friend and sister Sharon. Today we are discussing the dangers of status symbols, aka designer clothing, high end vehicles, expensive shoes, expensive watches, expensive. I want to give us something to consider. Why? Because we have an epidemic all throughout the world, most notably here in America, low income neighborhoods, where young people are literally shooting and killing one another over what we call status symbols, designer clothing, shoes, handbags. It is become an epidemic. And we must know and understand, friends, that we do have an adversary and we don't want him to get a foothold on our hearts. There are two scriptures I want us to consider. And let's be very clear. You can pick up a Ralph Lauren, a Calvin Klein, and these are very popular status symbols by their logos. You can pick up these status symbols, Michael Kors, Coco Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Gucci. All of these are very popular brands. Coach handbags, for those that don't know, and accessories, different watches. All of these different things have become very, very popular in our culture. Here's what we want to consider as a fact, that you can pick up these status symbols or these designer labels at just about any discount store, Marshall's, TJ Maxx, and there is nothing wrong with wanting to have high quality clothing, nothing at all. But here's where we have to reconcile, and we must be careful, friends, because again, you could pick this stuff up, a person that has a lot of money could go to Saks Fifth Avenue or Nordstrom's or Bloomingdale's and purchase the same sweater that you purchased for $39.99 at TJ Maxx, and they pay $200-300 for it at Bloomingdale's or Nordstrom's. So you can find these things at discount stores, but here's where we want to be careful. 1 John chapter 2 and 16 tells us that the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life, when we are manifesting these things, lusting in the flesh, lusting with our eyes, materialism, and the pride of life, we do not have the love of the Father in us. So here's where we want to be careful, friends. Are you using labels and logos and brands to boost your self-worth, your self-esteem? Are you using them to impress and give false pretenses of a status that you do not have? See, that's what's happening, friends. People are using all these brands and logos to put forth false pretenses that they have something that they do not have. They will go out their way to purchase a Mercedes-Benz and avoid paying their rent, their child support. You got brothers out here who refuse to send over money for their own children, but they're riding in Land Rovers and Mercedes-Benz. It doesn't make any sense. Why? The sin of the pride of life and the lust of the eye and just covetousness, friends. Is for many people, covetousness rules the heart. That's why they have to have these name brands. They have to have $1,000 handbag, and they're going to let you know that it is, because they make sure that the little, before I met Jesus, I owned me a couple of designer handbags, and I was one of those that carried mine. You was go see my little designer tag. Oh yeah. You was going to see my little idol. So I know what it's like, friends, to play that game and to charge out, max out credit cards buying idols, because that's what they are for many. So let's take a look at these status symbols when you know that you may be practicing sin, friend, the sin of idolatry, idolizing these brands and logos. Number one, you will only shop for designer clothing. You will not shop for nothing but labels. Friends, that's idolatry. Oh, yes. Because let me tell you something. When God put you in that wilderness, you ain't looking for nobody's name to put on you. You trying to make it through that wilderness, and he'll strip you down from all that. But if you just got to have it, your cart got to be filled up with somebody's name and a logo. Friends, that's where you might just be practicing covetousness and idolatry. Number two, you go out of your way to show off logos and brands. I was very concerned about a young man. I ran up on his YouTube videos, and when you clicked on his channel, he has a logo of Gucci. And many of us are familiar with Louis Vuitton and Gucci and Coach and Coco Chanel, Estee Lauder, all of these brands, and Christian Dior. These logos and brands have been around forever. So here he is, a preacher. He's preaching holiness, but he's advertising for Gucci. Not only did he have Gucci as his backdrop thumbnail picture, but he has a picture of himself with a Gucci hat on. And friends, listen, when you're doing that, it's usually idolatry is in the heart. That's why you're branding. Of all the pictures and photos you can pick of yourself or any other photo, you put a picture of a status symbol up there. And then, friends, listen. If your favorite preacher is rolling like that and they're just putting this stuff out there, don't give them a penny. Don't give them a dime. Don't give them nothing out of your money bag. Because they letting you know what they gonna do with your money. They gonna go buy them some more Gucci. Oh yeah, they gonna go get them a new Louis Vuitton. Oh, friends, it's idolatry. It's the pride of life. And we got to be very careful. Am I saying that it's wrong to have these labels? Absolutely not. I'm saying to you, friends, because let's face it, a lot of these brands and companies, they make very good quality products. But when you're using them and you become an idolater or covetous, friends, it's a fine line to walk. And we got to remember, I'm going to give you two other things to look at that you're using these brands and logos as idolatry. But let me give you another scripture we want to contend with and we want to consider. 1 Timothy chapter 2 and 9, Paul said, likewise, I want the women to adorn themselves with respectable apparel, with modesty, with self-control, not with braided hair or gold and pearls and expensive clothes. See, Paul understood, friends, when you are spiritual and you are putting on very expensive clothing, you're getting into very expensive high-end vehicles. Friends, it does affect your spirit. Oh, yes, it does. It could change you. It could turn you into some, you start feeling like you're invincible. You be feeling some kind of way. And so Paul was saying, don't even wear overly expensive clothing, because it can affect you, my friends. Oh, yes. And let's go on to when you're using these symbols for idolatry or covetous, the sins, these two sins, friends, is one, you only shop designer. Number two, you go out your way to show off your logos. Number three, you're spending money. This is why I put this cash money so you can see it. You're spending what you don't have money. You're not paying your bills. You're not, some of the brothers I say, you're not even paying your child support. You're not taking care of your kids. You're not taking care of your family. You're neglecting your children. You go out and spend money on red bottom shoes, ladies. Some of you buying these shoes, these handbags, all these different things, and you ain't got no money. You're maxing out credit cards, buying up all of these symbols, putting on false pretense. You know that you broke. And then when you become a walking billboard, when you're using these brands, just like this young man with all this Gucci, you're a preacher of holiness, but yet you are promoting a worldly dynasty, a murderous dynasty. Many people know a lot of murder was in the family of Gucci. If you go and Google the dynasty and the history, you'll be shocked at what you'll find about the family of Gucci. And this is a very popular brand. So friends, we want to be careful. It's nothing wrong with wanting quality. Because let's face it, I mean, I buy my sons Ralph Lauren socks because they are very good quality. And I also buy them for the ministry because why? They're good quality. But as far as wearing this stuff all over you, you got people's name plastered here, there, on your hat, on your chest, you got your belt showing, you got your got your pants rolled up so we can see your brand on your socks. You got the brand on your shoe. You got it on your handbag. You got it in your ear. You got it on your arm. You got it on your neck. Friends, it's idolatry. He or she that has an ear to hear, please hear, because many of us, this is where we're drawing our confidence. It's the pride of life. And friends, we got to be careful.